So today I'm going to be talking about narrative and techniques we need to make a narrative. Okay, so when starting or creating your film, you need to think of character development, what you can use to make that character really interesting, how you can make that character different from the beginning of the film to the end of the film, how they've evolved, how they've gone through a journey. Also, you need to think about originality, break down the normality of time. Well, some films tend to break down the normality of time, like some films can start at the end and finish at the beginning, and some films go on normally. You also need to think about reliability, what themes you're going to portray across in your film. If you're trying to raise awareness for something, try raising questions. That's always a great thing to have when thinking about making your film, is raising questions for the audience to engage with and have them constantly engaged with the film through having specific questions in their head. So try not to give too much of the film away. And think about conflict, think about some character conflict. Try and make the characters completely contrasting, because if you have a film and all the characters are the same, sometimes that can get a little bit boring and the audience could switch off. So it's always good to have completely contrasting characters and contrasting personalities. Another thing you need to consider when making a film or thinking of the plot is plot twists and cliffhangers. This then, especially if you're wanting to make a sequel for a film, think about perhaps ending it on a cliffhanger, so then the audience will be interested in wanting to see the next part or the next film. You need a leading narrative. You need like a main core storyline, but then also you can have several intertwining narratives. So you could have some extra characters on the side where they have their own little story, but then they come back and have a link to the main story. So that's always something really good to have when thinking of a narrative. You also need to think about the culture of your film. Is it a cultured film? Is it a historical film, political or social? They're always good things to consider when making a film, especially if you can't think of anything to create or any new ideas. Just try and base it on like a culture film, or make it historical, based on a true story it could be. Yeah, so that was my little bit about some techniques you need to use when creating a film. I hope you enjoyed my video and thank you for watching.